Okay, we are now live.
Okay. Just got to get it out of my system.
Yep,
I haven't had
get your
sody in a
burps.
couple days.
There you
Went to
go.
the store, got a big old bucky of sody. One
Bucky
bucky,
of sody?
please. One
They
bucky.
were like, "What are you talking about?"
They're like, you're fired. I don't care that you're the boss. You're fired. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, happy V-Day, buddy.
Don't you buddy me, pal.
Why? What did I do?
You know exactly what you did.
Okay, look, if I knew exactly what I did, why would I have asked?
You didn't get me a present for Valentine's, so don't just drop in here with your happy V-Day, buddy crap. I don't want to hear it.
Dude, how was I supposed to know you wanted me to get you something? We're not even dating.
I should have pre-read this. I should have pre-read it.
Do you want to? I think the first part's good if you can get
Yeah,
through this.
no, I'll just say this and then we'll just do the "we're not even dating" line again. Hold on. Hold on. Should have done a pre-read. Should have done a pre-read.
I thought you did. You mentioned the cruise. I thought that's where you got it.
I only saw cruise to Alaska or something like that. Like I didn't read it. I just like saw that in my peripheral, and that's what reminded me. Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay, just do that line. The last one you did.
Dude, how was I supposed to know you wanted me to get you something? We're not even dating.
Oh, okay. Well, that's news to me. Our friends think we're dating. My kids think we're dating. My kids' friends think we're dating. Okay. We get invited to weddings together. We're going on a couples cruise to Alaska this summer. What would you call that?
Podcast buddies.
Okay. Yeah, let's just stick with that.
You've just logged into the 3-Bit Gamer Show. Welcome to the 3-Bit Gamer Show. I'm Gay D.
And this is Peterson, I guess. I don't know. You know what? Honestly, this episode, I'm gonna derail it and we're gonna do couples counseling.
I want to know how many people think we're actually dating who haven't, like, they're like, I just assumed that.
We just like
you
thought
wouldn't be alone.
My kids mess with me that JD's my boyfriend all the time, that we're dating, and they have got pretty good evidence.
Yeah, no,
all the time.
Like, if you just like lay it out objectively,
yeah,
like a biographer of the podcast, a lot of the conclusions would be like, oh yeah, well, they were. I mean, they do. You don't do this for 9 years with like a platonic friend. Come on.
Yeah, there's a reason all the other hosts are out. It's just the two of us left. This is a dating.
We freaked him out
all along.
Freaked him out of the podcast. Yeah, we're just roommates. Duh. Really good friends. Live from the 3-Bit Gamer Show. The news. All right, our news this week is brought to us by Crave Cookies. Crave Cookies is a cookie and soda shop. Rotating menu of cookies changes every Friday. We drop them on you every Tuesday. That's the only reason you listen to this podcast. We understand, and we'll take it. We'll take the pity listens.
Yeah, we will. That's what,
like
honestly.
Like I'm some principled person. No, just come here, get the cookie drops,
you know,
and get out. I mean, it helps if you leave us like a review on iTunes, but you don't have to.
On your way out.
Yeah, on your way out, tell us you're sick of us. Drop us 2 stars. Appreciate that one. The extra one is kind of a sweet thing. It's like for the memories.
For the memories, baby.
Thank you guys. So Crave's cookie menu coming up the week of Valentine's. So you're out there getting Valentine's cookies for your loved one. You go into a Crave. This is what we've got for you. Chocolate lava cookie. Big nugget of chocolate ganache hiding in the middle of like a pudding chocolatey cookie with like a little sprinkle of powdered sugar. That'll get you laid. Golden Dubai, which is like a vanilla based dough that has the Dubai crunch filling inside of it, and then a bunch of pistachios crumbled on top, and then we just douche that thing with edible gold.
Yeah.
And it's so fun to use.
That's
So
what I
please
did see.
order that one.
Influencers online were like looking at that and they were like, look at this thing. It's glistening. It's shining. So
Yeah,
look
and
really
like I
cool.
said, it's hard for the camera to capture. You see this thing in real life, and you're like, hot damn, it's like a mirage in the desert. The Fluffer Nutter Butter. It's the peanut butter dough with a marshmallow inside of it. The King Cake is the one we
Mardi
roll
Gras.
out for Mardi Gras. It's really good. It's like a
It's pretty too.
it's a snickerdoodle. Yeah, it's mostly just pretty. It's a snickerdoodle with a swirl of cinnamon. I'm sorry, regular cream cheese frosting, and then it's got like 3 colors of sprinkles on it. It's pretty dope. And then
Yeah.
finally, the cold cookie, which is a chocolate strawberry. So it's a chocolate cookie with a like Jello pudding cream cheese frosting, and
Yeah.
then dehydrated strawberries, which are like crack, and a drizzle of milk
That's the one I
chocolate.
want. That's the one I want.
It's good. It's
Mhm.
good, and I love those dehydrated strawberries.
Me too.
Although
Uh-oh.
the price of them went up like crazy because everyone apparently the storms are happening and they buy out the
Oh my
dehydrated
gosh.
strawberries.
Yes.
That'll
They
keep you
don't
alive. When
listen,
you're
down
freezing up
south, they
and you're
don't know how to do
snowed
storms. They don't know how to do it.
in. Buy all the dry strawberries. They went up like $20 a can, dude. It was crazy. It was like clearly the preppers were driving the price up on dehydrated strawberries. It's so nuts. So yeah, get on down to Crave Cookies and get laid. Nah, get your cookie on.
Get your
cookie off.
on. Oh,
Get her cookie off.
Oh, there it is. Nailed it.
There it is. Overwatch 2 will just be called Overwatch now. And the next Overwatch will be the Overwatch 360 because they learned nothing from Overwatch Series O.
The Overwatch Series O.
Were those jokes coming too fast? I was worried. We were just layering too many. Guys, basically Overwatch 2, which was Overwatch 1 that you had to pay for again for some reason. Or was Overwatch 2 free?
Overwatch, I think they're all free. They
No,
just like
Overwatch
did
1
like
cost
a
money.
did
Paid
it?
$40 for that shit. I think
And
Overwatch
then
2 is free, but they're
Overwatch
like
2, but it came out and it had all of the stuff from Overwatch regular,
which
Overwatch 1,
Overwatch 3 will also have, aka Overwatch 1, which is what
and then
we're actually calling
and then
it.
they're gonna release the Watch. That one will fail right away.
The Watch. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
I like
The O Watch.
the O Watch.
Yeah.
It's like the kids it's like the kids like Saturday morning cartoon version of Overwatch.
Mhm.
So Overwatch is doing another rebrand, and I guess they're like, no, it's Overwatch, because they would love to call it 2.0, but that's can't call it 2.0, so they're just
You
calling it
can't say
Overwatch
that.
again, hoping
Yeah.
nobody notices. They also released
cares.
5 new heroes all at once in this release, which was kind of cool, considering the pace of their hero release has been something that they've been critiqued for, honestly, since the game first came out.
Yeah.
I, for one, never had a problem with that. I didn't really care. Like League of Legends was always like pushing so hard to release new heroes all the time. Same with Overwatch, same with all these. But I'm like, we can do it slow. It's okay. I don't mind the meta not being like upset every week by a new champ that I can't afford or am never going to learn.
Never
I
gonna
felt
be
like
able to play.
very treadmill-y. But I guess that's what the Overwatch community wants. They're probably bored after this game is like 10 years old, 11 years old. So
those who are still playing it, I don't know why, but they are.
So they're switching because Overwatch 2, the big push was that it was going to switch more to a PvE. That is, you're playing with a team against like a bunch of computer generated bad guys.
Yeah.
And that was
Like
what they thought
mission
people wanted,
stuff.
missions. And they rolled it out really slowly and poorly. And by the time they had some semblance of what their original vision was, all interest was lost and trust was gone and people didn't care. So Overwatch 360 is what I'm calling this one. Because how do we discuss this? The new Overwatch relaunch
Rewind
is returning Overwatch back to the original format, which was PvP. So you're 5-on-5, 6-on-6, fighting other human beings.
It's just like the same.
And they are
game.
acting like they just invented the wheel.
I think you guys are gonna love this.
This is Blizzard live service chief Walter Kong speaking at a press conference. He said, quote, "It was a necessary period of challenge that we had to get through to get where we are today. I don't think we could jump straight here." I'm sorry.
You were already here.
You already were here, you dumb shit. Just thinking back to what we experienced during those years makes me feel exhausted, but it's what allowed us to take Overwatch into the future. It's like this guy doesn't know, or he's pretending as if the first Overwatch game never existed and they started with Overwatch 2.
That's
what a pretty
mind
dream.
blowing. The
I
whole
know.
thing.
He's trying to gaslight us. Are you kidding me? You know the internet like exists. You know the fans of the game remember the first game. That's why they played the second game. And he's just like lying to our face. And he's at the same time doing the corporate thing, which they can't resist doing because it's like breathing to them, where he pats himself on the back. It's not enough for him to lie to our faces, but he also has to be like, you also owe me accolades.
It's like
Doing this.
he's like talking about his personal journey. He's like, you know what? I didn't know that
What
this
an
was going to be a
asshole.
mistake until we made the mistake, and now I'm reversing it. And like we have learned a lot, and we're like,
We could have done this without my mistake. And so
We c-
basically, give me your money, please.
with money, just give her money. It's easier that way. Dude, that is crazy. That is a crazy statement.
And
though.
it's not just him, dude. This is like the whole studio has like this collective amnesia.
Oh my
Director
gosh.
Aaron Keller says, quote, "From our players' point of view, they'll tell us, hey, Overwatch is in the best state it's ever been in. And a lot of times we even hear like, Overwatch has finally earned the 2. So I don't think this is us trying to admit there was a failure here, especially when we start hearing from the community that we've earned it." This guy saw 2 tweets, honestly, probably from his mom, tweeting from like an anonymous avatar because she was so sick of little baby Aaron, calling and crying at her
Being
after
so
work
upset,
every
yeah.
day about how mean Twitch chat is to him about a shitty game. The fact that these, like across the board, leadership at Blizzard is like, not only did we not screw up, but you're welcome.
Honestly, you guys don't even realize this was a brilliant decision.
We are so smart, and you were
because
so lucky for us.
We didn't know how to get to this point that we started at. We didn't know how to get to that point, and so we got there. That's where we wanted to be. And well, it is true. There is some truth to that, JD, because listen, Overwatch 2 wanted to just be Overwatch 1 with more stuff. And so technically they did achieve their original goal of being Overwatch 1 with more stuff.
When did you start working at Blizzard, bro?
Oh,
congrats.
I just got it. Look, I'm just trying to make sense of how this is. I'm not saying they're right. I'm trying to understand the mindset. I'm putting myself in the mindset.
I know, you sound like you work there
executive.
now. How else could you do that? How else could you?
Yeah, that's why I work in HR. That's why I'm pretty good at that. Being like, why would you flow this ridiculous thing
spin
down?
Doctor, baby. You spin anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's working though. Like we were just talking about, who are these Overwatch fans? Who is doing this? Apparently Overwatch, and this is just on Steam, so take this with a big grain of salt, but it beat out Call of Duty and Battlefield 6 once they dropped all this new stuff. This is only on Steam. Now remember, of course, Battle.net is by far the most popular place for Overwatch players to play. But that said, the fact that even on its lower platform, it's beating out larger games like Call of Duty and Battlefield 6, or games that were already doing really well in terms of players numbers, tells me that all those Overwatch players that were waiting for something are like, well, shit, 5 new champs. And they said they're going to do 5 more this year. So they're going to do 10 total in the year. That's going to by itself draw people back, just because you got to come back and play the hero.
You got to see if it's fun
and
again.
New shit. And it's like,
not.
basically all Overwatch fans were asking for this whole time. And they're finally like 10 years, 11 years later, they're like, instead of just giving you what we think you want, or just like making up what we think you want, or telling you what you want, we're going to give you what you want, and you're welcome. And we deserve praise for that.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of myself.
I'm really proud of myself.
And I'm
for
really happy
getting
with my
here.
own work. And I think my boss should give me a raise.
And he will, because I am the boss, actually, and I'm dictating
Eh.
my own raises.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Oh, thank you.
Also, but like, and then look, that player boost is not going to stay. Let's be honest. Like, people will jump in, play for a few weeks, and then go play
Because
Marvel
it's
Rivals
the same
again.
game that they had 11 years ago.
Yep.
The fact that these guys can't recognize that or refuse to acknowledge it, even in public, even with their PR spin. This Domino's Pizza in 2010, when they came out, they're like, yeah, sorry, our pizza was shit for a while. We figured it out was wrong and that we fixed it. And everyone's like, wow, damn, I love that honesty. And guess what? Domino's still slaps, and it's still not like a hated pizza joint anymore.
Mm-mm.
But they've gone the we did nothing wrong route, and you're welcome for it. And I don't know. I don't think that bodes well for where we're going to head with Overwatch.
Yeah, and let me remind everyone that when Overwatch 2 came out, Overwatch was not doing great. Like, the game itself was not like killing it anymore.
No.
And so the
and
fact
it certainly
that
wasn't
like,
a shot in the arm for the IP. Like,
they've
everyone's
gone
like, what the fuck
back
is this?
to this?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll get a player boost for a minute, but people are gonna be like, oh yeah, this is just Overwatch. Like, again, Marvel Rivals is more fun Overwatch. It's funner Overwatch. So they'll just go back to Marvel Rivals.
Even though
but
it's so hard
good for them, I guess. I don't know. Great job. Great job on this brilliant decision making that you guys
you guys, Walter Kong and Aaron Keller,
playing chess over there.
So smart, so much smarter than us. Ubisoft union reps went nuclear and demanded the company fire its founder and CEO for being such a dickhead.
I guess I'm siding with the union on this one.
Which
again doesn't always happen, but like
more often than not these days.
We got to fire Eve.
Yeah, Yves Guillemot, the CEO of Ubisoft, was kind of the focus of these two Ubisoft union reps, Mark Ruchle and Shakib Matui. We're going with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now tell me, Peterson, the union rep, is this somebody that is actively working at Ubisoft, or is this they are full-time, they work for the union?
No, so these would be union employees who work for the union, managing the folks over the Ubisoft contract. So, and so that's what those guys are doing. So those guys are coming in and saying,
so they don't have to worry about getting fired.
No, they can say whatever they want. Yeah.
Shit, that's kind of what I wanted to clarify. So they were speaking to Game Developer Magazine, and they had some choice words for Yves Guillemot. And honestly, they came at the whole board. And we'll get into that in a sec, but they basically say that the employees that they've spoken to, because they're representing these unionized employees, are questioning why the CEO is still in charge after presiding over what will eventually be 5 years straight of downsizing. 5 years of downsizing. And I saw some numbers, and I may be wrong on this, that Ubisoft's worth like a $500 million. Dude, there are game companies out there that make one game that are worth $500 million.
Yep.
They're not spread across the entire planet in dozens of offices, which I can't even imagine how costly that is. So it's like the downsizing is needed for the size, but the reason they're so small is because of the mistakes that Guillemot's been making.
Yes.
He is the reason for these layoffs, not just like the company structure. If they were making more money or their games were selling better, they wouldn't need to do this stuff. So they talked to Ruchle and asked him about whether he would like to see a change in leadership. And he says, sure, because I expect nothing from this guy being Guillemot. And that's the crux of this whole article, is that like the guy is screwed up so many times, or has done so much wrong, I should say, in the last couple of years, that he's lost all faith in the employees of Ubisoft, and so there's not really any like foundation that can start back up with him, especially following. We covered this for like a year, this sexual assault allegations, sexual harassment allegations at Ubisoft, and there was like a whole culture of it, and nothing changed, and nobody was really punished apart from like a handful of guys. But the dudes that were on the top and the dudes that were encouraging that culture, the Guillemot brothers, who hold this whole company in their hands, nothing happened to them. And in fact, they've just continued to exert their will over the company uninhibited.
They just do whatever they want.
So yeah, he went on to say, I think Guillemot should move away at this point. I think the level of hate for people have for him means he should move on. Then we could build some sort of trust again. He also, another one of these reps questioned Guillemot's decision to name his son, Charlie Guillemot, as the co-CEO of a new subsidiary, Vantage Studios, who we discussed before, who's supposed to take all these companies under. So he gets his boy, the eldest boy, and he puts him in charge of this. And let's see, what has Charlie done? Charlie was his only other experience is running a company that specializes in, quote, AI-powered Web3 entertainment. Honestly, you look at their website, it's mostly just NFTs and like AI slop images. So this guy has essentially done nothing but like
Garbage.
He just sits on like Mid-Journey and spits out images, and he's like, Daddy, when do I get a job? Daddy, when do I get a job? Best part is not only was this guy called out here by this union rep, but it's something else I noticed earlier this week was that this same promotion, whatever decision to put this guy at the head of Vantage Studios was also questioned by the Ubisoft employee who was fired. We saw that he was posting shit about Ubisoft, talking shit on LinkedIn, and they disciplined him. And so we posted again on LinkedIn. It was like, they disciplined me. What a bunch of pricks. And then he got fired, which, I mean, like, obviously, but this was specifically something he called out as well, was this move to put Chucky Guillemot in charge of Vantage Studios, which makes me believe this is a rallying cry across the whole company. Because imagine this, you're pissed off because Guillemot, who literally founded this company and took it from like a penny stock to trading over $100 a share at its peak, he's screwing up, right? He's a fuck up. That's one thing. The guy arguably has more experience in the video game industry than like 99% of the humans in the video game industry right now. So you're like, yeah, he's just old. We need to get him out. He puts his baby boy Chucky in charge of honestly some of the biggest games in Ubisoft's entire library, and this guy has no experience. That's, for me, too bitter of a pill to swallow. That's the straw that breaks the camel's back if you're one of these employees, and because you're like, well, there's no hope here because the behavior, this pattern of behavior, is only it's only perpetuating and only getting worse.
Like, so the Guillemots have not been doing things that make you feel like they want the company to succeed genuinely.
We don't need more of them. Quit giving us Guillemots.
We don't want them.
You guys honestly back there?
I looked it up. Yves Guillemot is 65 years old. Like, this is the type of thing, like, these guys should retire. He is now driven, like you said, a company that all of us know very well. We have all probably played multiple Ubisoft games. Like, this company had everything going for them and just made misstep after misstep after misstep to the point where it's decimated to nothing, where really, if they want the name Ubisoft to continue, they need to revamp their whole structure and where they're located. Like you said, they are spread across the world. They need to,
and yet they're saying you got to return to office.
That was the other piece of this.
Instead of going like full remote for the whole company, which would be brilliant. How much money could you save versus layoffs if you got rid of all of that office space?
Well, my God. Yeah, right. And this is like, this is something that's frustrating, is because it's funny. The union is saying the same thing I'm saying at my current job, because they're like doing this whole return to office thing. And what happened was at Ubisoft, they in the union contract they said, yeah, go ahead, you know what, our people are going to be able to work remote, they can work wherever they want. So all these people moved away. They don't live in Paris, right? And that happens, right? You get people
Paris, a
live
notoriously cheap place to
right,
live.
right. So they move away, and then you say, okay, you guys got to come back now. And you're like, I have a life outside of Paris. I was going to try to name a small city outside of Paris. I don't know any. So I have a life over here. And so like I can't just go back. And the union people were saying what I've been saying. They're saying, why do you want them to come back? You said we had negotiated that they could work virtually. You're mandating they come back. Give us some documentation that shows a reason for that. And they're like, we don't have any. The boomers never have any, guys. That's what I'm trying to get at. It feels better for them. And there's a lot of things I could say about this, but they just want everyone there in their pockets so they can sexually harass them or whatever.
I honestly think it's projecting because they're like, if they're home, they'll just be dicking off all day. I'm like, you're telling on yourself, brother. You're telling me exactly what you would do if you were home and what you do when you do say, oh, I'm working from home today. We know now what all the boomer middle management scum does.
Jonathan, there is some data that suggests that the boomers don't want to be home because they don't like their spouses.
Because they hate their wife.
They want to leave. They want to
Right.
leave. They want a place to leave their house so they can come back so they're not always home. How many times have you
Because their
heard
wives
that?
hate them and their kids don't like them. Their kids
Yeah.
don't talk to them anymore.
Right. And so you're like, yeah, of course they want to
Fantastic.
leave. And everyone needs to be there with me because I got to be there and I'm miserable. And like, anyway,
Dude, I
that's a
think
different
capitalism's
topic.
going great.
Ugh.
I think just
It's-
like all the run-on effects of capitalism are just great for society. At
Sometimes
large.
I just wish we could do some mandatory retirement age. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just move on, guys.
Yeah, like Stephen King's The Walk.
And
The
not
Long
in like
Walk.
a real negative way. Just like,
Yeah, no,
hey,
you just have to walk
you.
for as
Thank
long
you
as
so
you
much.
can, and if you stop walking for
No,
more than
not
5
that.
minutes, we shoot
We're
you in the
not
head.
doing the walk.
Mandatory
Jonathan.
requirements.
No, we're just saying, listen, thank you for your
we
service.
just retire you on the side of the road.
You're
Where
65.
all the other worthless people go. Don't forget
Go
your
do
New
some passion
Balances.
projects at home now. You know, just like go do some passion. We got this.
Yeah, like walking
you know?
on a treadmill.
Stop.
Practicing
We're
for your
not.
long walk.
We're not long walking.
Kill
everybody.
all old people. Kill all old people.
We're not starting that chant. Stop chanting. The audience needs to stop chanting.
I didn't care. I'm on the closer side of it, and I'm like, yeah, get me already. Hit me back in like 20 years. I'll be walking.
Dude, I could walk a little bit, probably. I don't know.
I can probably outwalk some of my
Anyway,
contemporaries.
freaking Ubisoft. Honestly,
He's calling for the whole board to be fired.
That's what I'm saying. Should
Everything.
happen.
They're gutting.
They
They're trying to gut the whole employee, which
a
the
reboot.
whole company, which I don't think ever is going to happen. I think they'd rather sell to the Saudis.
1,000%. They're going to
there's
sell to
no
the Saudis
world in
before.
which- yeah,
The
It's cute,
Guillemos are going
though.
to take their money and run. That's what's going to happen.
it's a cute thought.
Yeah.
Discord wants to have a robot guess your age before it shows you hardcore porn. Otherwise, you're stuck with softcore.
That is not that that's not what your headline wrote there. So
I'm sorry. A little bit of opinionating on this. Starting next month, all Discord users are going to default to teen, the teen setting in the app, unless they upload a picture of their driver's license or let Discord's facial recognition guess
yeah.
at their age.
I have a
so
beard,
I'm
so
going to
I'm
go
doing
ahead and
good.
pull up a picture of Betty White on my phone and hold it in front of my webcam. See if that works.
They're like, I'm so sorry. We're retiring you from Discord.
Sorry, ma'am.
Prepare for your walk. You are.
I don't know how you
so
got this
old.
far, honestly. You're so far past walking age. In order to access all features, users will have to verify their age. And these features include age-gated channels. So I guess porno channels. And any of the channels for the games that Peterson and I play. You can't speak on Discord server stages, whatever a server stage is. You can't do it as a kid. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. And users will receive warning prompts from friend requests, which I feel like everyone wants that anyway. So this
No,
seems
I get
largely-
5 friend requests a day.
Yeah, but imagine if there's a little exclamation point on each one that was like, "This is a porn bot."
Yeah,
Wouldn't that
it
be so
obviously
nice?
is. They opened their
What
account
is the point of it?
today.
This is the most performative shit. And look, we all know why they're doing this. It's so obvious. It's almost like kind of a joke, kind of a weird, sad joke. Discord is looking to IPO next month. They're taking the company
No.
public next month, and they want to be able to point to things like this to investors. They already rolled this out in the UK and Australia, where they really like licking boots in those countries. Apart from the Irish and the Scottish, everyone in those countries just loves just licking the old boot, and they just don't care. And they're like, yeah, you can have our ID.
I don't want them to go public and then
But it's work. It's
stuff.
done. So they try to
I
impress the
know.
investors by saying, look, we have all these protections in place to prevent kiddie porn or whatever the fuck. And then people buy it and the price just starts to plummet. So they start to add more ads. I'm already shopping around for a new place for the podcast chat. We'll lose 60% of the people on there too. But like, I don't know. That's weird. This is like, what if Facebook asked you for your driver's license?
I would give it to them right away.
All the boomers would do it
right away.
Yeah, Discord gets freaking data breaches all the time. So basically, like you might as well just upload a picture of your driver's license just generally to the internet.
Well,
just put it out there.
Have you ever done an age verification online, Jonathan?
No, I have a VPN.
No,
what
not
porn
for
sites
porn.
Did you need to verify for?
No, I just barely did one for a betting app because
you have an app.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty fun actually.
Dude, that's kind of cool because then you won't have to worry about moving your computer to the other room because the repo guys will just move your computer for you to their truck.
Oh my gosh.
You have a betting app? This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Look, Jonathan, get on board. It's actually pretty fun.
I can't wait to play this back to you while you're like living under a bridge, eating soup from a can you opened with a knife. You're like, dude, it's so fun. Look. And you still have your phone. And you gave those people your biometrics? Did you upload pictures of all your fingertips too?
No.
Give them a little squirt.
All you do is hold the camera up to your face and it takes a picture of your face and then deletes it. That's all it does.
Dude, it's a tiny little blood prick. And you
you
don't send it in and they can tell you what race you are and then they sell your data.
We are literally recording live right now. Your face is already there. You're just taking a picture of your face. It's like, yeah, you look like you're over 21.
Oh shit.
That's it. That's all it is.
Oh,
you're making a bigger deal out of it than it is.
You just blew my mind.
That's not that big of a deal. Now, if you have to do your driver's license, don't do that. That is an option.
This is the guy. This is the bootlicker I was just telling you about. Peterson wants all the companies to have all of his data and know. Yeah, remember when you were growing up in the internet's early days, and it was like,
it's too late. They already have it all.
Don't use your on you. They do.
Yeah,
I'm a fucking ghost, man.
No, you sound like a boomer right now. Why don't you and Eve go retire together?
Exactly. The boomers were the ones that warned us about using our name and our face and our likeness online.
It's already there.
Now they're all the ones that are like holding up their passport to the webcam so that
don't
Zuckerberg
do that.
can finally finish masturbating.
Well, don't do that. Just take a picture of your own face and put it on there. It's already there on the internet. Just do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And in a interesting turn of events, Patrick has agreed with me for the first time in 9 years or whatever.
You're gonna go bankrupt. You have a betting app.
I'm not, dude. It's not like that.
You just send the money directly to me. I'll put it in a bank account for you, and you can pretend like you're betting.
It is not.
And I'll be like, "Wow, look how much you won this year, Peterson." You'll be like, "Oh my god, $25,000. I was gonna put that all in the betting app."
Do it. Put it on the app.
You won.
What's this next thing? There we go.
Dude. They got 100 game pass, got 200 day one. 20 million in the bag, watching sales start to slump. Talking shop on the top of JD's jugular, it's Trump. He can make them economical as JD's sales report. It's
for JD's sales report.
It's that time again. Actually, this is like a big chunk of our news. All right,
And
Epic.
there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, Epic's game store strategy is starting to see life, and it couldn't come soon enough as Fortnite players are dropping. This comes out of the EGS, the Epic Game Store year in review, showing that Fortnite was down 14% in terms of user base, people who logged in to play Fortnite, 14% year over year last year. However, other EGS games, third-party games, non-Epic Store games, or Epic games, were up 4%. So Fortnite might be going down, but the other ones, the whole goal of the EGS was to increase to compete with Steam, and you're not going to just compete with Steam by only having Fortnite. So maybe it's starting to work. They've been trying this. They've been at it for, I don't know, 10 years.
It's been a while, yeah.
They have given away over 100 free games at this point. They've passed the 100 mark, and they've given 662 million versions of those games out.
Wow.
So this is a strategy. If the goal is to get somebody to get an account and to log into it regularly, this is the test that Wall Street loves subscription models. Wall Street loves a subscriber base. And I mean, venture capital loves it. Look how Facebook didn't make a dime for 10 years just because they had this humongous user base. And that's the exact strategy EGS is taking here. And unlike Facebook, the give in terms of the literal give of these games, whereas Facebook's give was just like utility, which was undeniably very cool. I don't know. It's a pretty novel tactic. I don't think we've ever seen it at this scale in any sort of software ever before. And if they get to a point where they're not competing with Steam, but they're in the same conversation as Steam, which I guess they are kind of now. Yeah, I guess it's a success. So they also reported in this year in review the spending growth, which is up a fair amount as well. You'd expect that with an increase in people playing, but can you guess where most of the... Actually, I don't know if you'll be able to guess. I was surprised. Where do you think a lot of the spending growth is coming from EGS right now? Where's there
where all the spending? What?
Yeah. Just think kind of like out there a little bit. There's a part of video games where people spend a lot of money. That's your clue.
Like I would say, like loot boxes types of things.
That's what I thought. Gotcha. I mean, I guess you were kind of on it.
It's
the gotcha games.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Gotcha games are like huge on EGS right now.
That's crazy.
That's making them a ton of money. And I think maybe that's the goal, is even if that you are a viable platform for any type of money-making venture, whether it doesn't need to be like Steam, where it's all these crazy good games that people rush out to play. It can be a place where all the gotcha freaks go and get their games, or it's a different place. And I know we give EGS a hard time all the time and have for years, but I think I've also gone on record to say that I prefer this to having no competition.
Right. I think they're trying. And I appreciate that they are trying so hard. I don't think they're doing it like in a real bad way. I don't think they're doing anything
giving away free games. I mean, what's the downside of that? They are also promising in this year in review. They teased that they were working on some social features that were, quote, maybe better than anyone's doing. I think this is going to be like Dunder Mifflin Online's social media. It's just going to be another playground for the sexually monstrous. It's just every unmonitored, poorly thought out social feature.
They're just going to try to be Discord. They're going to try to be the new Discord. They're like, well, if people are going to leave Discord, let's do our own, which wouldn't be actually a horrible move, because if they'd released it and you were like, I hate Discord now, we're not going back to Skype.
I'm booting Skype right now. Patrick says that he's been a gotcha freak for 5 years.
Dude, he's the audience. There we go.
I guess I got to stop referring to everyone who likes things as freaks.
Yeah, you probably should.
I'm a criticism freak. What can I say?
It's just some freak.
I'm a mean freak.
There it is.
Nintendo has acknowledged that Switch 2 sales have been slightly weaker than expected outside of Japan. Nintendo president Shintaro Furukawa was speaking at an investor meeting and said, quote, overseas sales were slightly weaker than our expectations. However, this is the funny thing, they're actually overperforming. The Switch 2 sales are overperforming in Japan, which has meant that the global sales targets are actually accurate. They just got the regions wrong.
They just mixed up the regions a little
And
bit.
instead of being like, oh, we just mixed up the regions, but we got the overall sales right. Of course, just the nature of capitalism isn't like, hey, man, we're really crushing it in Japan. It's you guys are blowing it in America. You guys are blowing it outside of Japan because it's not just the US, it's Europe, it's everywhere else. Like, can we just take one moment and maybe be like, hey, look, we did a good job at something, just like as human beings. No, sorry.
No,
Dogs
that
have
terrible.
to keep turning. My bad.
Yeah. Also, but like, there's a reason why it's not doing great here,
There
right?
are no games.
There's no games.
There's no game, and so that's the thing. Is like, if I'm Furukawa, I'm like, whatever. The games will come out, and the people will come buy it. Like, it's just that easy. And it's a more powerful machine, so it's getting more third-party titles released on it, like that new Resident Evil game's coming out on the Switch too.
Yeah,
that'll move units. Like the fact that they're getting AAA full AAA titles on it because it can actually run them. Yeah, the sales will come. I would not be worried, basically, if I were Nintendo. PS5 shipments have topped 92 million lifetime shipments. There were 8 million sold during Q4 of last year, which is actually down from 9.5 million in 2024 in the same time period. So the sales are dropping down, but as we all know, there's one big thing that's going to move probably 20 million, if not more, units next year. Come on, be realistic.
Next
GTA
year,
6 is not coming out this year.
Yep.
But yeah, so GTA 6 will probably move some more units, but I
Yep.
wanted to, I think it was 200 million for the PS2. Oh, no, the PS2 was 160 million. And I mean, we all know the juggernaut that was the PS2, and they sold it for 1 million years. And the PS5 is kind of approaching that lifespan of the PS2. And it seems like they're kind of keeping pace with those numbers. It's much more expensive. It's much less accessible. And it's at a time when no one has money, unlike when the PS2 came out and we actually had jobs.
People were just swimming in cash.
We're just swimming in employment and affordable groceries. It was so good. Yeah,
of course, you didn't know that because you were a child at that
or
point.
The PS5.
So like...
Yeah, well, yeah, and you were like a full adult with 3 kids. Yeah, we'll see. I'm stoked to see where it lands, lifetime sales, because it's been, I think, kind of surprising, and it's been a very tumultuous life cycle for a console, probably the most ever. Between the shortages and the pandemic.
Such a mess. Like, such a mess.
Yeah, it's just been a mess. So 92 million, I guess, probably not too bad about that.
Yeah, no, they can't be.
All right, Riblets, little meat chunks of news falling off the bone. Not enough for a full rib, though.
No, it's just like the little. It's like you're like trimming up the rib, and you're like, "What are we supposed to do with this little piece of bone?
The one
with
at the
some
end,
gristle attached to it." Be like, cook it up, put some barbecue sauce on it.
Cook it up. It's already cooked. You're gonna want to cook it again. You're really not gonna want to taste this one.
That gristle looks a little tough. Let's just roast it a little bit longer.
Let's cook it down.
Throw it in the microwave for a minute.
That'll soften it up. Early access developers can list their Plan 1.0 release date now on Steam. This is a silly story. I didn't even know this.
Oh, wait. So, like, they can, like, on the store page, they can say, what is this? I don't know.
So, the developers on their store page currently, if you have an early access title, you can put, you have to put, and you know what's coming out like March 1st. You have
Yeah.
to put that in like your news or announcements. And so anyone that's curious about when your game is coming out has to go digging for it. Whereas if you have a game that's about to be released, it's a traditional game, not early access. You can just say release date, March 1st. It's right there on your page. This is not something that's been available to early access developers ever before. And so that's going to be kind of a cool tool to
Just
show.
a nice little feature.
However, Steam being Steam and thinking about everything, it's like they run all their like new features and the way they communicate their features, not by a PR person, not by an HR person or a lawyer. It's like they run it by a therapist. They're like, see how people can misinterpret this. See how like this affects people psychologically. Because the response here is to not be like, yeah, so go nuts and like sell more copies of your game. It's like, don't feel like you have to use this feature. And
Yeah,
don't
use
feel
it
like
if you
you
want
you
to.
have to rush out and immediately slap a release date on your game before you're ready. Here are the consequences of what can happen if you do that. You can lose some trust in your players. People will get disappointed if you miss those deadlines. And like you might just get disappointed with yourself. And we don't want that.
We don't want you to be sad.
We want you to be happy and making happy games. So don't be sad. Don't use this feature we just made you if you don't need it. It's all right, cuz.
Like if you're confident, go ahead and throw that up there. You know what I mean? Like display
You
that
want to
confidence.
ride these
but, like,
waves? You can ride these waves. You want to stay on the beach, man? Like it's warm sand, brother. Like you do what you gotta do.
I like that take on it.
Seems so great. Riot's fighting game 2XKO is underperforming and leading to layoffs.
They released this late last year, 2XKO, which I didn't even
people-
realize they
How people
released it.
liked it. Right? Didn't we
It's
talk about people liked it or something?
A good looking game. People liked it, but it is not performing. It's a fighting game. Like, what do you expect?
This is like their first non-League of Legends game, and it's a fighting game. And they
Well,
took
it has characters from
like
League of Legends.
20 years to come up with it.
And so it's not doing great.
Wow.
So they ended up laying off 80 people because their game's not doing great, which I mean is a shock that they're like, wow, why isn't this fighting game keeping our business going? I don't think that any of them do that. I think they're just little boosts to the arm.
And this is a
little bit.
free one too. So it's like, what does that do for us? We don't care.
I don't. Where do you even play this game? Do you have to download it on the?
Yeah. On the launcher that installs like
wants that.
spyware in like the root system of your computer.
It's like, hey, now you have to download this. You're like, I've already downloaded 4 things. Why do I have to download another one?
To play our shitty free to play fighting game. You know you want it.
What's it called again? Yeah.
2XKO. And the last
2XKO.
one here.
Mm-mm.
Epic has confirmed that Jeffrey Epstein is not alive and playing Fortnite somewhere.
Did you read this story?
Prove it.
So
Prove
it was
it.
like well, they have
Come on,
confirmed
Epic.
that this one account is not. There's this account going out. And it's like with all the emails being released and stuff, somebody has made an account with the email, like spoofing the email that was on that Jeffrey Epstein was using, like a little Jeff 1 or something like that. And apparently that's the account he used to play Fortnite on or something like that. And so somebody is just screwing around using that. And people like this big theory came out and they're like, he's alive, he's in Israel, and he's playing Fortnite. And so Epic is like, no, we are not.
Dude.
We're not entertaining this. So they go and look up the account. Like, it was just created. It's not Jeffrey Epstein's old account that he's holed up in Israel somewhere. Just decided
Like
to
that
log
scene
in
in
and play
Endgame
Fortnite.
where Thor is playing Fortnite and he's just given up, but it's Epstein sitting there with a big fat belly, and Trump comes in and he's like, "Come on, we gotta go fuck some more kids."
And then he's like, hold on, I'm gonna win this one.
Yeah,
And I'm just like,
who's Jeffrey Epstein's Korg? Who's his like gross rock monster friend
I don't know.
sitting there next to him? Steve Bannon.
Some billionaire with a bad haircut. I don't know. Just pick one.
Oh, the Raiders owner.
Oh, what's that guy's name? You get the worst. I like his face and hair doesn't look real.
Dude, we could use Trent could make an AI Avengers Endgame with this premise in 25 minutes.
Probably less, to be honest. Like he would.
Full
the-
theatrical
The
release.
25
of this.
minutes is just because he's trying to get to look really
He's
good.
trying to tweak it just right.
Yeah. No, this just kills me that Fortnite or that Epic came out and like, guys, it's not Epstein. And you're like,
It's always Epstein. What are you talking about?
it may not be him, but it's him.
Come on. I mean, come on. You know. You know.
Kudos. Kudos. Kudos.
Kudos. Positivity segment. Giving out some positivity because we spend so much time
Positivity.
in the negativity. I have a couple kudos. So
Yeah,
I'll
you
go
do.
first.
So you start.
I would like to give a kudos. I was in Steamboat Springs, Colorado this weekend.
Nice.
Never been. Little
Pretty cool
teeny
place. Mm-hmm.
tiny ski town apparently has of all towns in the entire United States, all cities, even the big ones, has produced more winter Olympic athletes, or maybe just Olympic athletes, period, than any city in America.
Jeez.
And I understood why after spending just 2 days there. They have this winter carnival, and that's what I was there for, is to watch all this crazy. They like have kids. It's exclusively kids, like 8 years old, with a tow line behind a horse on skis going down Main Street like that's been covered in snow. And these kids are just ripping. They're doing like a slalom. There's a jump course or a jump like event called the donkey jump, where somebody like a cowboy, full on cowboy with a horse with like a rope tied around the saddle horn, and he's just ripping these kids down the street 30 miles an hour and then launches them off a ramp. 8 years old, and they're just like, yeah, this is just an average
This is
Saturday
what we
for me.
do.
This is what we do here in Steamboat. And then there was this thing at the end. Well, not the end, but it was like one of the last nights. Steamboat. It was the Winter Carnival light show, and all these kids, again, just kids, skiing down this ski slope where it's completely pitch black, and they're all in like glow suits. And at one
Yeah.
point, they're holding torches, and they're doing like synchronized skiing and like doing like a kissing snake.
Designs.
And then they're going off full on ski jumps in the pitch dark, like with like glow lights taped to their snow suits or torches in their hand, jumping off a ski jump like under a ring of fire.
Uh-huh.
And then there's fireworks going off. There's one part where a bunch of guys just ski down on the run, and they've got like 2 Roman candles. Just, you can tell they're huge because it's actually moving their arms.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, just madness. Just the whole town is madness. And I'm hanging out with some people up there, and their kids are in this, and they're just like, the way they say, like, no matter how cool of a town, no matter how fantastical or just wonderful and surreal their traditions are, there are teenagers that are so bored by it. They're like, "Ugh, I gotta go jump
this
off
again.
a ski jump at 60 miles an hour in the dark. Dad, I just want to watch TV tonight. Can you just leave me alone?
Oh my
Ugh.
gosh.
I got to put skins on my skis and like hike up a mountain to ski down it with a bunch of like pre-Olympic athletes. And it's just like, I just want to go to Sonic Burger. This is so lame.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, no wonder this place pumps out Olympic athletes without even trying. Fascinating city,
That's
cute
crazy.
little town. There's a part of it that smells nothing. It just smells like sulfur because there's hot springs just all over the
Yeah,
place,
that's
which is
what the
kind of cool.
springs- Yep.
And it's neat because it's not like a lot of ski towns. Park City, that's like 15 minutes from a major international airport. It's like out in the sticks, and it feels like it. Kind of feels like an old-timey, old-school ski town. In fact, I couldn't help but think about the entire time. Have you've seen Hot Tub Time Machine, right?
It's been a long time.
It is literally the town from Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh.
Kodiak Valley. That's what it's called.
Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at this right now. There is nothing around it. It is
Mhm.
like
Yeah. Dude, it's like a couple hours out of Fort Collins.
Yeah, it was like a couple hours out of
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, it's just out there,
Vernal.
dude. Yeah, it's out of Vernal. Like that's where I drove through, and it was like,
Yeah, this is crazy. That is crazy.
but dude, it's a dope. It was very sad because there's no snow there this year.
yeah.
But I could imagine because it's up there in the mountains, and apparently, like there's like usually like 4 feet of snow on the side that's like been snow plowed everywhere, and it's just like crazy as hell. So yeah, you get a big snow year. You want to go spend a weekend in the quirkiest little snow town or ski town in America? You can go to Steamboat Springs, Colorado. It's fun.
There you go. Awesome. Patrick said sounds like a place Disney adults would want to flock to. Steamboat Springs. It does.
Yeah, in fact, that's what they named it after. They heard one of the hot springs, and it sounded like there was a steamboat coming down the river. And I'm like, what were you guys? What were these early settlers smoking?
Yeah.
What moonshine batch did you get into there? Like, oh god, sounds like a steamboat. This river is like maybe 20 feet across.
Yeah, it's not.
It's like a creek, dude.
Where did steamboat come from?
Like, oh, there's a steamboat coming on down here. Yeah, watch out, steamboats
The
here,
Native
boys.
Americans are like, oh my gosh. These
She
guys.
moved us. You're like,
There's
actually,
not a boat here, obviously. It's like we got canoes. That's
these
as big as it
engines are
gets.
holding out on us. They got boats.
They
They got
got-
steamboats
They
up
got
here.
steamboats up here in the mountains.
Fucking hillbillies, man.
Okay, I have a kudos for a barber company. So I went to a barber shop called W&M Barber Company in Springville, Utah. It's okay if you don't know where Springville is. Nobody does. It's south of Provo.
Steamboat
It's all
Springville.
Provo. Yeah. But no, it's a little barber shop that I was told about. So I went there and got like the works because like Jonathan's gonna make fun. JD's gonna make fun of me.
I already got a metrosexual joke
No,
preloaded.
I know. Just stop. He's gonna make fun of me because I cut my own hair all the time. I haven't gone to a barber ever. Like I've never been to a barber. Like whenever I've gone to get my hair cut, it's either like someone I know or like Supercuts, or whatever, or something like that.
It's like an insult when you see someone with a bad haircut, like a cliche to be like, "Did you cut your own hair, bro?" And Peterson unironically is like, "That sounds like a good idea.
I did cut my own hair.
Save some money."
And I'm killing it, to be honest. So
Not in the back.
I'm
Just don't look at the back of his head.
the
ever.
back is a chop job back there. He doesn't look like anything.
He just kind of guesses at it until it feels short enough, and then he calls it a day. He's like, "Looks good up front."
Literally, I'm laughing. That is exactly what it's like. I was like, I'm kind of like, got my eyes closed. I'm like, this is by feel. I'm going by feel only.
Business in the front, meth flop house in the back.
But also a little bit of meth in the front too.
You just
Not no meth. Just like no.
Come on,
So
I cut my own hair.
I went to this barber shop. They did the hair, they did the beard, and honestly, I really liked it. I really liked it. It felt really good. The guy that was cutting my hair, his name was Wes. He was very good at it, very talented.
So you got multiple hot towels.
Yeah, hot towels and like
Ah.
he was just doing all sorts of stuff. I also did like a scalp treatment thing, and he was like putting this stuff and massaging my head, and he got like that, that like hand massager thing that like the old timers, they would like attach their hand, it would shake their hand, like their hand would vibrate, and he's like massaging my scalp with that on it with his fingers, just sitting there like it was really nice. All of it really wonderful, really great. He was again like very talented. He was like some of it he was just like free. Yeah, he'd have the little clippers on, just like and I'm like, he's gonna mess up. He's like getting way too short, being way too fast with this. Now he was just no problem.
It looks great. Looks great.
I really liked it.
I tried to trim my own beard because I feel like it's like that kind of that fade look.
Yeah,
It's real nice, but I can't get it right. I think
it's
I gotta
hard
go
to
a pro.
do. I've tried too. I've honestly tried too, and it's really hard to do.
He just made it look easy.
I can't. I really thought he was like going too short or messing it up because he was just like he wasn't even like had like the comb out, wasn't doing that. He was just like going. But it was
You
really
just
great.
Free-handed your face.
He really did freehand my face.
No tracing.
free fingered my face, and then
There it is.
and he anyways, it was really great. Honestly, great experience. And I was like, man, I'm gonna have to do that some more now. That sucks because look, I
Yeah, it was like
usually
$80.
yeah, and like I didn't have to do the whole thing. Like I could just go do hair and beard and it'd be cheaper. And so like you can kind of do it that way. But I was like, man, see, that was an expense I never had because I just cut my own hair. And so now I'm gonna have to go do that and get massages. Like my pamper lifestyle is getting expensive. And so
And you're not going to get as many raises because I think when you walk in your boss's office and you've got like a nice looking haircut instead of looking like you had your toddler cut your hair, then you're like, oh, he's getting his life together.
he's doing
I don't need-
okay.
He's
doing
doing okay. I don't need to
okay.
Keep giving him money. I don't feel as bad.
I do kind of like that theory. They were like,
Yeah.
man, we better give this guy a raise because obviously he's not living right.
Yeah. That's why when my dad was working as a salesman, he was always driving like a crappier car because he's like, I want my clients to think that I need their money more.
Yeah. Smart.
Pity works. Pity
Smart.
sells. One last quick kudos I have that goes out to a hydroponics shop here in Salt Lake called Moonlight Garden Supply. In my ongoing quest to conquer the world of hot sauce, I have been growing my own peppers. I did pepper seedling starts that are getting off to a pretty good start
There you go.
already. And I feel a little bit like Mark Watney in The Martian. I've been enjoying.
He literally sent us a picture of him doing the Mark Watney like finger
Little
touching,
finger rub
like,
on the-
rub on the little
Hey there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. This is so cool.
And honestly, I was there for it. I was like, nice. Like that's
I knew you'd respond. It's one of your favorite movies.
I know.
Yeah, no, I did the whole scene. But these guys, I walked in there to talk about converting a room in my house to like a grow room essentially for peppers and whatever else I want to grow. I want to grow some tropicals in there. I want to grow a pineapple plant, whatever, just stuff like that. And the dude in there, Cody, who owns it, is just so amazing. And I told him like I wanted to start small and kind of like grow and build from there. I was like, so what are like my options? He sent me an email with like a whole list of all the things I could get with the prices and like the order to get them or whatever. And so I'm just kind of like doing it slowly and iteratively. And dude, it's gonna be so much fun. And it started with the peppers, and so far it's been a blast. And sold me all the equipment, the soil, got me all started. He's got another like
Nice.
some soil amendments he recommends. He was talking about one that he uses to make this pepper stalks extra stocky and strong and like firm, which for me is great because my peppers have been producing so much they fall over after like 2-3 months. I have to put them all in tomato cages. And I'm like, yeah, no. So it's awesome. Moonlight Garden Supply. It's on State Street and like 21st South. If you guys have ever been curious about like, I don't know, doing your own veggie starts, you don't need that much space. Like you can go buy a bunch of tomato plants at Home Depot and put them in your soil or whatever. Or you could buy like, I bet the whole setup you get for like $100 and you put them in a small room and just watch them grow yourself. And then, you know, however much the seeds cost each year, because I've got all this set up now. Doing this again next year will cost me nothing because I have my own seeds and I have a huge bag of soil that is going to last me for years. And that's it. So, yeah, Moonlight Garden Supply. Kind of nice, kind of cool. So check that out.
Awesome.
On State Street.
All right, we don't have a bumper, but we have this. This is my default bumper when I don't have a bumper.
Why didn't you just play the Blursty's clip?
I don't have a Blursty's clip.
It's the blurst of time, so it's the best of time.
I don't have it.
Like a failure on your part.
Yeah.
Could you?
I know I don't have it. I like don't have it. It doesn't exist on my computer anywhere.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. Blursty's this year sucked. Guys, we'll own that. They just sucked. It was just a sucky year for sucking.
A sucky year for sucking.
But
Yeah.
we got the Blursty results
That's true.
in. This is our
Mhm.
annual Blurst of worst of the year in the video game industry. And you guys, we read them all out. We did the blursties. You guys called in and helped us out, helped us produce the show. And now we've got the answers. What was the actual worst of for the year of 2025? Let's start with biggest disappointment. What do I do for this? Just read the winner?
Just read the winner. Yeah,
Let's read the winner. The winner is, with 57% of the vote, Saudi Arabia purchasing EA, the biggest disappointment of the year.
Dang. Okay.
Dude, that's pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy. Because I'm trying to think what was in that category.
EA was like part of my childhood. I think a lot of people, I don't know, have lots of good memories of playing EA games, and to think that this is how it ends is pretty grim, regardless of what you think of Saudi Arabia or Jared Kushner. This does not spell good things for EA as a company.
No.
A new buyer that is going to immediately expect a return on investment and is going to start cutting staff, and also one that doesn't understand, I guess, I would argue doesn't understand game development at all, because they've never done this. It's just not they're investors, and investors in creative industries are never a good thing. Worst sequel remaster.
Real quick, I didn't vote for that one, and it kind of makes me a little salty when the ones I don't vote for.
What'd you vote for?
The Nemesis system one being canceled. I've just been asking for so long. I know everyone's not on the same page as me, but come on. The Wonder Woman Nemesis system cancellation.
Bro, are you looking at the right year?
Biggest disappointment. Yeah, Civ 7, EA sell to Saudis, Survey of Game Devs, Tales of the Shire, Nemesis, the Wonder Woman cancellation.
Oh, I don't think we had that one on the vote.
Wow. No wonder it didn't win.
Yeah, no wonder. Worst sequel, remaster, or remake, with 50% of the vote, Black Ops 7.
No, that one for sure. For sure.
But I do appreciate the one person that voted for FIFA. Thank you.
It was you.
It was probably me. Worst name. It's a four-way tie.
No, it's not.
It's a four-way tie.
How? That's crazy.
80% of all Steam games. Shitty Dungeon.
That one has to be the winner.
Hitler and GameStop. I mean, if I'm being honest, it is kind of dead heat on this.
I do feel even. I
loved them all.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. This was maybe our best category this year.
Hitler and GameStop and Shitty Dungeon all sharing a category. How do you decide?
Phil
this
made
is Sophie's choice.
Phil made a great case for just all the games, because he just went off, and it was like he just went off on like a huge list of games, and they were all pretty rough. So,
Patrick, what was your vote? Well, you want a tie break for us? What was your vote? While we wait for that, let's look. Worst decision. Yeah, this is pretty close, but with he doesn't remember.
I know. I feel the same way. I was like, what did I vote for?
I think I voted for Hitler.
They're all pretty good.
Because I didn't even bother putting an explanation like, oh, this is an esports player in India that went by the name Hitler. I just put Hitler.
Yeah.
I love that one. With half of the vote, worst decision of 2025 was Nintendo suing Pal World's developer Pocket Pair.
Yeah. I agree with that one. I hated that. I hated it so much.
Let's see what else we got. Worst gamer rage, with almost 43% of the vote. Arc Raiders being mad about being killed by other players. This one is kind of controversial, I think.
Yeah.
Because some people are like, yeah, no, it's worth getting mad over. And I was like, that's perfect.
This one, gamer rage, is usually one of my favorite categories that we do every year.
Yeah.
And there was like none. People weren't mad about the boobs. They weren't mad about the vagina bones, like nothing. And so
I wish you hadn't brought up vagina bones, because it just shows me how far we've fallen.
Like as
the
a
gamer rage
society,
category.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like we
used to be,
usually this one is hilarious.
we used to be a proper community of angry nerds, and Vagina Bones just got us so mad. And now,
With the glass ceiling broken, all the oppressed groups shall prosper, especially the most oppressed group of all, gamers.
not every day we get to play that lovely number.
Mm-mm.
Worst launch. This one went to Rockstar's GTA 6 Discord server that
Oh,
immediately descended into
nice.
Twitch chat levels of nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's not the one I voted for, to be honest, but that is a good one.
We didn't have a lot of worse launches either. We didn't.
Escape
we
from
just didn't have
Tarkov
a
launch
lot
on
happen.
Steam.
Yeah. Just not a lot happened last year other than a bunch of layoffs.
I mean,
Worst
stuff happened not in the game industry, and that's why we were all beat down by everything else.
play attention to video games. There's Nazis in the street just tagging people. Just
And I
just
can't even shoot
executing
them.
people.
I can't even shoot
And they
them like
won't
it's a
let us
video
shoot 'em.
game.
What's with that? America? Worst feature. Well, this is a huge one. 65% of the vote went to Nintendo Switch 2's Welcome Tour.
Yeah. Come on.
That one's so bad. This was
It's so stupid. I can't even fathom like what the decision making process was.
There's
there.
$10, right? To play a tutorial for the console you just bought for hundreds of dollars. Come on. Worst bug. This goes to Oblivion Remaster's camera breaking the more you play it. This was perfect, you guys. This great. This was the worst bug of the year because this was like anyone who's played Skyrim, anyone who has played a Bethesda title just knows from the description what this feels like because we've all gotten corrupted saves on Skyrim and had to go back 18 hours of gameplay to be like to get ahead of that bug and then like not go into that city holding that same item the next time because we don't want to trigger it again. And this is every time you saved it, it would just add a little bit more bugs to the code until it just eventually exploded. It's so funny. Finally, worst studio. Another tie. And another perfect tie. Ooh, a little bow. This is lovely. The two studios that are neck and neck for worst studio of 2025. Microsoft and Activision.
Oh my gosh, it's
the same thing.
It's
It's the same thing.
the calls coming from inside the house.
You guys can put this on this shared trophy on the you can stand on the same podium. You're all good. You did.
Yeah,
It's
honestly,
like when the US wins like every medal on the podium, that's what Microsoft's going for. Imagine, can you imagine if Microsoft managed to get at some point in the future a 3-way tie for Blursty or whatever, and they owned every studio. That was part of.
Yep.
Imagine you get like a Bethesda, Microsoft, and Blizzard.
And
Or not Blizzard. Bethesda. Oh, and Blizzard. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Activision.
They're just
You
sweeping
get a 4-way tie. Oh, you
sweeping
could sweep
the
this.
podium.
You could sweep it. Oh man. All right. So that is Blursty's 2025. Thank you guys all so much for participating. And I won't promise it'll be better next year, but
Like I hope
won't
it
be
is, and I
worse.
don't know.
This is the worst year of the Blurstys we've ever done. I remember logging off and texting Peterson. And I was like, that sucked, man. It's just a rough
We got nothing. Usually
the blurst thing in 2025 was the Blursties.
Oh shoot.
That's my read. It was a meta
there you go.
Blursty.
Okay.
Rough.
Dice of Destiny. Nope. Not doing it this week.
Nah.
All right. As much as you guys would love to hear me talk about my sex game, No Cans Quest, Sex Gold Glory, I didn't have time to play it. I was gone a lot and didn't have a lot of time. So I'm going to be gone a little bit this week too. So, and next week. So I'm going to try to put it on the Steam Deck. Let me see if it plays on the Steam Deck.
Sex.
Oh, wow. Oh,
You want me to roll one?
Hold on. Let me just
We can
do a quick
round.
check. Let me check to see if it plays on the deck. It says unknown Steam Deck compatibility, which is not good. Maybe. What do you think? What do you think? Should we do one though?
Yeah. I mean, do a round?
Yeah. So like you have one
I'm
going
out
and
of
I
town
have one
next
going.
week too. I don't know if I can help.
Oh, well, that's fine. It's fine then. Oh, look, I'll try to play it. I'll try to play it because look, this isn't a game where you're gonna have to play through half of it to like be able to give it a review, right? So let me put it on the deck. I'll play some of it on the deck, and I'll play some when I get home, and then we'll do a review next week.
Okay.
Okay. Next week I'll have a review.
Fine. Maybe. I don't know. I trust you as much
I'll
as I
do
trust
it.
that you're going to move your computer.
I'm not going to move my computer. Not yet.
You're such a good guy. I
Not
love
yet.
this. I love this outro music you got for us. That's the whole episode. You guys, it was an episode. You listened to it. We burned like 80 minutes of your day. Kind of.
You're welcome.
So yeah, you're welcome. To play us out, we have a little teaser what Peterson and I are going to be spending the rest of our night doing. Got some music from Planet Crafter Toxicity.
Yeah. And we're so close to the end. We just got to finish it off. We just got to polish it off.
I'm logging in right now.
Yeah.
I can't even finish the sode. You wrap the rest of this up.
All right. Thanks for listening. Come join us on Discord. I'm JD logging off. And this is Peterson going AFK.